Back in the early 18th century, global actors faced a landscape of extreme, immediate physical and economic danger. Documents like this functioned as primary intelligence feeds. This is the front page of the American Mercury, published in Philadelphia, October 1720. The left column's geographic dispatch headers from Hamburg, Lisbon, Madrid, Brussels, and The Hague reveal a three-pronged threat matrix pressuring the globe. The first threat was state-sanctioned territorial warfare ripping through Northern Europe. The second involved massive, heavily armed rogue naval forces systematically intercepting global trade. The third was a destructive wave of financial speculation infecting European capitals. The American colonial audience actively consumed this sophisticated, real-time intelligence about a world teetering on the edge of chaos. This map shows the Northern European and Baltic theater, the primary battleground of the Great Northern War in 1720. Intelligence filed under the Hamburg header details Russian military operations along the Swedish coast. The dispatch reports Muscovite forces marched 7 miles inland to maximize their raid. Tactics prioritized civilian terror. Soldiers were ordered to put to the sword all men and women above 60 years of age. Survivors became resources, carried away on board their galleys to work at the oar, powering the fleet through mass enslavement. The same report then pivots from ground-level atrocities to high-level diplomatic intelligence regarding Prussia and Sweden. The King of Prussia ordered a transaction of 600,000 crowns to secure the cession of Stettin and its surrounding territories. State expansion in this era relied on civilian terror and mass enslavement as accepted tools of war, used alongside these massive financial settlements. Moving to the busy shipping lanes of the English Channel near Ostend, the dispatchers reveal a different class of naval danger. The Brussels dispatch details the interception of the merchant ship House of Austria as it returned from China. A pirate vessel captured the ship. The text explicitly lists the pirates' armament, 98 guns and 280 men. This diagram shows that scale, a pirate ship with 98 guns matching a British first-rate ship of the line, providing rogue forces with firepower that rivaled legitimate state navies. The dispatch explains the pirates detained the merchant ship for 5 full days, conducting a systematic extraction of a massive, concealed parcel of gold. Following this, the same pirate ship captured the Prince Eugene, demonstrating absolute dominance over the sector. This catastrophe contrasts with a brief success in the Lisbon dispatch, where Commodore Cavendish retook a single Dutch ship from an Algerian corsair. The reality for 1720 trade was the existential threat of massive rogue armadas operating with total impunity. We now sweep the intelligence map westward across the Atlantic to the Caribbean Sea. Page 2 of the Mercury contains a dispatch from New York detailing an account from a Dutch trader arriving from Curaçao. The trader reports the interception of a Spanish ship by 2 privateers based in Jamaica. This chart visualizes the physical volume of the haul. The privateers seized 130,000 pounds of cocoa, enough to fill standard colonial sloops to their maximum capacity. The seizure included hard currency, 30,000 pieces of 8. The crews immediately set sail for Jamaica to divide their shares and liquidate the wealth. Caribbean privateering functioned as a state-sanctioned wealth redistribution mechanism, bleeding Spanish imperial capital into British colonial ports. Returning to Northern Europe, the financial hubs of Rotterdam and The Hague faced a different form of instability. In 1720, the massive financial bubbles of the Mississippi and South Sea companies were infecting adjacent European markets. The states of Holland proposed a mega merger of their East and West India companies as a defensive maneuver against this economic shock. The June 28 dispatch from The Hague reveals how this speculation caused panic in the streets. The report describes explosive demand for a new insurance subscription in Rotterdam as people scrambled to enter. Local magistrates responded with authoritarian force to stop the frenzy, physically seizing the subscription boxes and threatening the utmost rigor of the law. Financial innovations were treated as dangerous contagions, forcing local governments into aggressive crackdowns to prevent total economic collapse. Viewing the Global Intelligence Board simultaneously reveals the scope of these interconnected crises. In the Baltic, state warfare and mass enslavement defined the territorial struggle. In the Channel, rogue pirate armadas possessed the power to challenge state navies. In the Caribbean, privateers maintained a constant transfer of wealth between empires. And in the Dutch markets, financial contagion forced aggressive state intervention. This single day's intelligence report summarized a world in total synchronized volatility. Readers of the American Mercury were daily consumers of a global broadcast, defining an era of absolute, interconnected volatility.
The Daily Dispatch, history in print. No modern gloss, no modern hint. Just black and white, and read today. The Daily Dispatch.